Guy, can you bring us up to speed on the health of your hockey team, Mark Borowiecki in particular?
Boro is a lower body day to day, so we'll see tomorrow. Everybody else is healthy.
It is possible for him to play tomorrow, or potential.
Potential, but we got numbers now. We got guys who can take over. So we got all our depth. Everybody else is healthy. So if we need to use it and we feel that we need to wait, we'll do it for sure.
Is there a chance you'd use Harper over Kleisen? There's one in particular that you would like if you had to choose?
Well, we have to see what's happening with Boro first, and then we'll have the discussion on which guy would come in. But both are able. We won with Bo. Both have done great for different reasons, so they both would be the guys we'd consider for sure right now.
Boston obviously has their own defensive issues on injuries to deal with. Have you pressured them enough that you had hoped in the first two games?
Well, we did the first two periods of the first game. I thought we did a good job in the first yesterday and in the third. We didn't do such a good job in the second period. We were trying to press too much. I think we got to be aware that it's great to press, but we can't have our third forward going in there and the defenseman, and so that's how we gave them 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s in the second period, and that's not our team. So we're going to try to clean that up.
What was your message this morning, Coach?
Oh, just keep growing. It's been the same since day one, since training camp. Get better every day, and every playoffs I've been involved in, every team that's evolving, has the better chance. And so we want to make sure that every game that we focus on a few things that we want to clean up or keep. And that's what I was saying is that second period for us, we gave them stuff that we don't normally give, and it wasn't a lack of effort. It was a tremendous effort, but it wasn't necessarily smart effort in the second period. So we want to make sure that we have a better mix. I think in the first game we were tentative in the third period, and then yesterday we were too aggressive in the second period. So I think there's a just balance there to have, and that's usually when we're at our best.
You go into a series, you tell them how hard it's going to be. Do they have to live it though once you get into the games?
Oh, yeah. The guys who've lived it know. And even if you know mentally, then you live it physically, emotionally after. You're reminded pretty quick. And the guys who don't know, those are the ones that have to learn fast. And we got a few guys like that. But I thought a guy like Dzingel did a terrific job yesterday. He was even part of a scoring a goal. He was the one screening, and that's what I was asking of him. He did a great job on the boards. Did a great job back checking and battling. And he was at the net on quite a few occasions. So he did a great job, man. We know he's got terrific speed. He's helped us all year push the other team's defensemen back, and I think definitely want to have him back in the lineup for tomorrow.
Does not having last change mean much for you, for a guy that's shown you like to roll lines?
Yeah, well, last game we didn't. Yesterday we didn't match any lines, and we won the game. And the last two games in Boston we didn't match any lines, and we won the game. So I think we've done both during the year, and then we were successful whenever we matched or not matched. I think it's more of a team defense attitude that we got to have, because they're going to get the matchups that they want.
With Mathot coming back, are you happy? I mean, he talked about the fatigue was almost as much of an issue as...
Yeah, you know what? I mean, with Mathot back, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's a gigantic uplift for our top four, because when you got one, you have a top four guy missing. Your fifth and sixth and seventh, they'll be able to get in there and log a few minutes. But when it's too many minutes, at some point it's too much. When you're missing two top four, then it becomes overwhelming, and three, you're in major trouble. We've had that this year at the end of the year. The last 3 weeks we were missing three of our top four, which was very difficult to manage, and we pulled through, but it was really tough. And now we got our top four all healthy, and Meth played terrific, and he's got the speed and the physicality. I thought he managed the puck really well, so I was really impressed for a first game back. But sometimes you forget how good these guys are, and when they're not there, well, it just makes you understand how good they are, how important they are, and him back is huge for us.
What made your team out?
You take that element of Borowiecki out in a series like that, is that missing a pretty big piece, because it has been pretty physical?
Yeah, of course, Boro's, it's a threat for the opponent. Every time he's out there, guys have to know that he's there, because is one of those missiles, heat-seeking missiles that can get you at any moment, and he hits clean and he hits hard. But we have other guys that do it, and Meth is one of those guys. So if you've had Boro in a lineup without Meth, and now we've got Meth without Boro. So he takes a part of that, and if we put in a guy like Clayson, he's also physical, and a guy like Harper, he's a bit 6'7", 6'6", and with a great reach, and he can be physical too. So every guy you miss his attributes, but any new guy coming in, you get his own attributes, and I think we're blessed right now, and everybody else is healthy.
What has made your team a good road team this year, Coach?
You know what? We've been consistent. Usually, we rarely have like 2 bad periods. We can have a bad 10 or maybe a period. That's the extent of it, and I think the consistency on the road has helped us be able to stay in the games and make it a game by the 3rd period.